Hello ladies and gentlemen, Gabes here. This is the tank guide for normal and heroic operator Thogar. And overall, the difficulty for this fight in terms of tanking will depend greatly on your awareness relative to the incoming trains and where you need to be standing to pick up all the adds that are coming in. The majority of this fight is going to be swapping the boss at appropriate stack counts of Enkindle, and then otherwise focusing on picking up adds quickly and efficiently so your DPS don't die to them. Now, as mentioned, Enkindle is used by the boss, and this is a stacking fire dot. It also does initial fire damage and increases the damage that you take from future Enkindle. The easiest method is just to swap this at 2 stacks between you and your tank partner. So just taunt swap at that point and you'll be fine. Other than that, you don't have to worry about the boss's position in general, so you can just tank him in the mix of whatever melee mobs you are cleaving at the time. The boss will also target random range players with pulse grenades, which are these blue circles on the ground. If you are inside one, just try to move out of it so it doesn't do damage to you and suck you toward the center, but otherwise you don't have to worry about their position. Now, because the primary gimmick of this fight is all about the trains that are coming into the room, I would highly recommend you pick up one of these add-ons to help you out and watch where trains are coming. Because tanks especially need to make sure that they're positioned properly so that they don't pull the boss and all the adds out of position for DPS. And of course, healers as well. So I recommend the Thogar Assist add-on. It's linked in the description of the video. And you can even go in there and change the time before the trains actually show up on the add-on. So you can set that pretty high to get as much warning as possible. But overall, it's going to help you a lot to see which trains, which tracks have trains coming in on them and where you can stand and where you can't. Now we'll briefly talk about the adds that you'll see throughout the fight. However, the general rule of thumb is that as a tank, you should pick them all up as quick as possible. Basically, they all can be tanked, and you need to get them before they run over and kill some random range member. The most important ones are really the Kromog men-at-arms, which only spawn singles, so you won't see multiple of those at the same time. But they do by far the most damage outside of the boss itself. They also do a slash attack that hits all melee players, so try not to move them toward ranged people if you can help it. And they also have a bellow shout that hits everyone in the raid for pretty heavy damage. Other than that, the gunnery sergeants are the only ones you won't be able to actually tank because they will stay on top of the train and shoot bombs at random people. If you do see bombs underneath your position, make sure you move the mobs or the boss himself out of it, because you don't want to just stand in bombs and have them explode on you. The last thing to mention is that while throughout most of the fight, the entire raid can be near one another, at 2 distinct times, basically at 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and then another section at 6 minutes and 20 seconds, the trains will come in the center 2 tracks and spawn adds on the outside. This will force the raid to split up. So it's important that you and your tank partner each choose one of the outside tracks that you will go to when these split phases occur. And obviously, whichever tank has the boss at the time will have to tank it for extended period until the adds that spawn are killed. So if possible, try to do a fresh tank swap just before these split phases occur so that the Enkindle stack on one tank will not continue to rise up to 3 or 4 during this period. But if you have to, obviously, then use big cooldowns or call for them or whatever. Anyway, that covers it really. Like I said, it's a pretty simple fight. It's mostly a matter of dodging the trains and getting the right positions. But in terms of overall tanking mechanics, nothing really fancy is going on in this fight. As always, good luck. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. I remember an awesome story that was read to me as a kid. It was about a train. I think it was called The Little Engine That Could Click on Subscribe. He was a cool guy.